Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to Gaming Fix. In this video I want to talk a little bit about the new hero changes that Blizzard is currently testing out in the PTR. So none of these changes are super amazing, none of these changes are going to affect the current meta in any way, but they will make some heroes a little less frustrating to play. The heroes in question are Doomfist, McCree, Reaper, Reinhardt, and Zarya. So the first hero we're going to start off with is Doomfist. And Doomfist actually received a bit of a nerf. The distance his rocket punch now travels has been reduced by 20%. Now this nerf actually has been on the PTR for some time now. I believe Blizzard actually made the change the day after Doomfist became playable, but don't worry guys, he is still very mobile. His rocket punch can move him around fairly quickly and easily. I guess Blizzard just felt that the distance his rocket punch traveled was just a little too OP. Which I think is reasonable because I think it was. The second change to Doomfist isn't a nerf, but I guess it's not really a buff either. Well, it kinda is for the player, I guess. So basically now when you use Seismic Slam, there's a numerical indicator that appears just under your crosshair that will tell you how much damage your Seismic Slam did. So as most of you Doomfist players already know, the higher up you are just before you initiate Seismic Slam, the more damage it will do. And now the corresponding UI indicator will tell you that damage. The next hero on our list is McCree, who is getting a pretty substantial buff to his flashbang. McCree's flashbang now significantly slows down stunned targets. This will make them less likely to slide away and will also make getting headshots much easier. Basically before, what would happen is that you would flashbang a high mobility hero like Tracer, Genji, Pharah, or even Mercy, but they would quickly slide away from you as their inertia propelled them in the direction they were moving before the flashbang. Actually, I think if you flashbang a Pharah who's hovering in the air, she would just kind of fall down, but regardless, stunned targets wouldn't stay put, and that made getting the elimination difficult. But with this new buff, it should make getting headshots much easier. Alright, so the next hero change is to Reaper, and this one is pretty straightforward. Basically, this will dramatically reduce the distance that the voice line and audio effects of Shadow Step will travel to other players. So instead of shouting to the enemy team that you're about to reposition behind them before you actually reposition, now the audio cues are much more subtle and only players very close to you will actually hear you using Shadow Step. Now, I don't really think Reaper is used as a flanker, but it's still a very welcome change from a mobility perspective, and also a very welcome change from a remaining undetected perspective. Now the next change I want to talk about is coming to Reinhardt's hammer, which is seeing a 10% increase in swing speed. The hammer is also further tweaked to feel much more responsive, and hitting enemies should also feel much better. Blizzard is also making it so that when charging heroes such as Reinhardt and Doomfist collide, neither one of them will take damage, but both will still be knocked back. And I think this change will benefit Reinhardt much more than anyone else, because when Reinhardt starts charging, it's much easier for Doomfist to counter with a rocket punch than it is for Reinhardt to counter rocket punch with a charge. So this is basically a very nice balancing change that will neutralize all damage caused by heroes who collide via charging. And the last hero to receive a buff is Zarya, whose Graviton Surge now completely immobilizes all heroes who are caught in it. Before, high mobility heroes like Tracer and Genji were able to escape, but now if you've been caught inside the grav, then you're gonna stay there until it ends or you die. So that's a very nice little buff for Zarya coming to the live servers very soon. So just to quickly recap, Rocket Punch no longer goes as far as it used to, and Seismic Slam now has a brand new UI indicator. McCree's flashbang dramatically slows down the affected target. Reaper no longer screams repositioning at the top of his lungs. Reinhardt's hammer is much more responsive and swings faster. Heroes who charge into one another deal 0 damage, and Zarya's grav now completely immobilizes enemies caught within it. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these changes. And until next time guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.